Right, I'm just going to go along and sand off the wood, top boards, and get it ready for some paint, and then I can screw it down. Alright, boards are painted and screwed on, and I've just hoovered out the bottom of the pond, so I'm going to fit the liner now. Well, I'm going to put it in, put some water in it, and then fasten it down later on. So just had a tidy up. Sorry for the noise. They're cutting up the brand new road, less than a month old, unbelievable, but there you go. So I'll get the liner in, and I'll start putting some water in, and I'll show you where we're at then. Right, liner's partially in. Just held it up with a couple of cable ties at the minute. It's got these like, I don't know what you call these, but I've got screws and washers to hold it onto the wooden walls that I made. So I'm going to get a hose pipe, turn it on, fill it up a little bit, and move it into position. But it's not too bad at the moment, but we'll see how it goes. Right, so the pond is basically full and the pumps are on. I'm just testing it at the moment. I have had a couple of issues with this liner because the pond frame is not square. They've made the front and back the right length, and unfortunately the two sides have come up short. So I've ended up with these like little creases. It's a lot better than what it was when I originally put it in, but what I've ended up doing is putting a little gap all the way around apart from the back wall. So they've got these little slots here, and what I'm going to do is buy a load of plastic C-clamps and attach it on each one just so it pulls it in a bit tighter. There's not a lot I can do with that, to be honest, apart from there's a couple of options of taking it all apart, cutting the front off of the pond and extending it around 1.5 inches, I think, 1.5 inches, 2 inches, which is a lot of work because obviously it's welded all the way around, so the whole pond would have to come out. And the downside is the back wall is now connected to the pond and the electrics is connected to the back, so then I'd have to make a frame up to hold all the electrics and the board up, which is a bit of a nightmare. The only other option to really fix it as it is to fiberglass it. I might look at that in the future, but for now this is how I'm going to run it. If there becomes issues, then I'll just have to change it. So the skimmer line, unfortunately I've cut that about 1.5 inches too short, so I'll have to get another little bit of pipe and put in there. The returns from the skimmer and the main filter system, I've got to get another 90 for the sieve. I found one issue with my sieve filter, which is a little bit of a pain because it's running quite well, it's collecting a lot of the rubbish. It's flowing down into the gutter, and then it's obviously going to fill that, and then it's going to go out. There's just a gap just down here. I think what I'm going to do is drill one little hole in each corner so the water can come out, and I'm going to put a piece of filter mat along here to catch the waste, and then the water should go back. I'm going to give that a go, because if it doesn't work I can just fill it with mastic or whatever and try something else. So I'm going to give that a go and then come back to you. But I didn't have any leaks, which I was very surprised about. I thought if anything there was going to be leaks on the UV up around here. There is the rubber O-rings in there, so I didn't put any PTFE tape on it. I should have done, but I wanted to try it, see if it holds, which it has, and the rest of the system hasn't got any leaks, so happy with that. I've got to buy a new manifold for that, because I don't really want to block those off. I don't think I'm ever going to use those, so I'm just going to get a new manifold for that. Yeah, I'm going to leave it running, get some filter start. I'll get that ordered in a minute. I'll get a little bottom drain thing put on down there, which will look something like that, just until the retro bottom drain arrives. And order up the C-clamps just to hold the liner in between each of the screws, the stainless steel screws and washers. So yeah, I'll do a little bit more, sort the sieve out, and then come back to that. Right, so the bottom tier of the sieve shower's just got a couple of bags like the Alpha Grog stuff in. Probably get some more, but I have to order it up because I've used the other lot in my other 3-barrel system. So I've just finished off the top. So what I've done is I've just cut up a load of the jack mat offcuts that I had, just a little bit short in the corner, but I'll sort that out later on. It's not too bad. And the bottom part, what I've done is I've just drilled, might be a little bit difficult, just drilled about 8 or 9 holes at the bottom, just like little 6mm holes to let the water come out, and I'm just resting that piece, and any of the waste, it will just go onto there and I can just take that out and clean it. The water will just run back into the bottom tier. So I'll get it fired up, turn back on, and that's about it. So I'm going to leave it here on this video. I've got a load more little odd jobs to get on with, so I'll upload with another video because it's not quite finished yet, but not far off, but we're getting there. I'll come back to you in the next video with hopefully everything sorted, and maybe get some fishing. I'm not sure yet. I've still got to wrap the outside in bamboo, and I want to do that really before I put the fish in, because I don't want to be banging on the side upsetting the fish. So we shall see, but thank you very much for watching, and I'll come back to you on the next one.